What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Gacha Smack. Is that how it does in the intro?
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video by yours truly, the Smack Daddy King. And today we are going to be taking a look at his reaction towards the new tier list by Prydwen's 2.2 tier list update. Right? If you want to see the original video, I will link this somewhere over here. Editor can clip this part in. That's going to be the original video. So without further ado, let's get into today's content. Insane chat.
Subscribe!
Welcome back to another video by yours truly. I can't tell you how many people have been requesting that I react to the new Prydwen tier list. I see that they've done a massive overhaul. They've made some very big changes to the criteria, the ratings. They've added in half tiers now to better define the difference in value of certain characters. I just want to give a huge shout out to the Prydwen team. You guys have done a phenomenal job in almost every game that I've ever seen. Actually, every game I've ever seen y'all cover. I love the fact that you're constantly updating your website and doing everything that you can do to ensure that the communities of the games that we love to play and watch are having a reliable source of information to go to, so that the creators in the space that know their stuff, that are very insightful, can come there and create thought-provoking conversations for those games.
I do want to shout, huge shout out to Enter, right? Mr. Enter, right? Man has been with me ever since like counter side days. I've known the founder of Prydwen for like I think almost 3 years by now. I'm so glad to see the website has grown so much. A huge shout out to Mr. Enter. He also watches my stream, so if you're still watching this video, shout out to Enter, right? Okay, anyways.
Games, like huge shout out to y'all, love it. Anyways, we're gonna get into this tier list, give my reaction to both Pure Fiction and MOC, the changes, and obviously I'm probably gonna have some disagreements as I always do with Prydwen. But first, I want to go over their new context because that is important to the tier list. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so about the tier list, let's go ahead.
Oh shit, chat, maybe we made this to 1.25. It's a little bit too fast for my Western audience. I can keep up completely fine, by the way. I can keep up completely fine, but I feel that you guys might think it's a little bit too fast. So just reduce it a little bit.
Put me in the top corner up here, actually. I think that's a good
spot.
All right, about the tier list.
Look at this, guys. Chat is snuggle up right between Gacha Smack and myself in a cozy little corner here. It's like a very comfortable pillow, a very comfortable blanket, just snuggling up in this very cozy corner.
Keep in mind that honkaistarrail is a game where team building matters most. Boy, if you only knew how many people don't understand that concept. And while our tier list takes the optimal setup into account, a lot of characters can work and do well, even those ranked lower when you invest in them. This is their way of saying, guys, Yang Xing is dog shit and he's in the D tier, but full disclaimer, look, man, if you like Yang Gang, we're not saying he sucks. Also, for story or lower difficulties of SU, like Simulated Universe, you don't need to worry about ratings and tiers. You can safely clear that content even with free-to-play characters as long as you build your team correctly. 100% agree. Absolutely. Tier list does not matter for the bulk of the content in the game. It only matters for pretty much the sweaty 1% content, which is Memory of Chaos, the higher tier floors of Simulated Universe, and then of course Pure Fiction, and then now the single target mode, but that has yet to come out. But basically the content where you don't even get that many resources, it's really more so for like, a badge of honor and a little clout, and just feels good. Anyways, these tier lists rate
I do want to say though, if you are playing Honkai Star only for like the story, the lore, the characters, like the plot, just chilling, just looking at some abobas, right? You don't really care about the end game content. The only right tier list for these players should be units design that appeals to you. It doesn't matter if they are dog shit at the game. It doesn't matter if they're meta. If they appeal to you, then you should go ahead and pull for them, because what lasts longer than meta is aboba, because aboba are forever, right? Okay, anyways.
Characters based on their average performance in both Memory of Chaos and Pure Fiction, regardless of turbulence, whimsicality, and cacophony. Now, I completely fumbled this last time. I actually literally took their definition into account, but these are actually the names of the theme buffs that you receive on a monthly basis for Memory of Chaos and Pure Fiction. So they're saying that they are going to rate these characters regardless of what the theme buff is for the current MOC and Pure Fiction. So let's say it's a follow-up theme. Obviously, all follow-up characters are going to be stronger in that theme. That's not going to affect where they are on the tier list. So this tier list is a generalized tier list that is only going to be affected when another unit comes out that completely buffs the power of pre-existing units, essentially.
If Harmony MC is not up there, I'll be very sad.
Indirect buffs. Characters are ordered alphabetically within a tier. Even I, in the past, got this mixed up. I thought they were putting characters in front of them without the alphabet. So even I got hit with the pump fake here, but this is great, important context, guys. If you see one character in front of the other, it's alphabetically. It's not actually rated in the order that they believe the value is. Okay. What the is going on here? All right. Now, y'all know, now it's time for Gacha Smack to start cutting up. What the is going on right here? All right. Who has it out for Scooby-Doo at Prydwen? All right. What's going on here, little pup? Let's talk. Let's chat. How do you not think a team-wide energy recharge isn't as valuable as these two with a 40% attack boost? Granted, Robin just released. Robin needs the energy recharge. Robin can also use the attack boost because it not only makes her damage stronger, it makes her give a bigger attack boost to the party. She sustains just as good. You just have to work a little harder. It's a skill issue if you can't sustain with Scooby-Doo. It's genuinely a skill issue. 25%. Oh, bro, I'm about to go off. There's no way on God's green earth you are putting these two over Scooby-Doo. I'm sorry. It's like, what? Look how fast that switch flipped for me, guys. Look. All jokes aside, if you're gonna put her in T0.5, they need to be down there with her as well. Nobody in the game, except arguably Ruan Mei. In fact, I would say I don't even think it's an argument. Nobody in the game except for Ruan Mei is on her level. The way I look at these tier lists, if you're gonna put anybody up there T0, they better be that level of broken. If they aren't this level of broken, they don't deserve to be up there. And let me tell you something, nobody except Ruan Mei is this level of broken. So I think these two should go down here and they should all be on the same row.
I feel like it's a little bit hard to quantify. Okay, wait, let him finish first. Let him finish.
The value and the increase in performance, I don't even think it's a half tier. It's like a hair. And in certain teams, she is literally better than this guy. Now, you did tell me about flexibility and investment. I'll tell you right now, his ability to sustain a team, flexible as hell. His performance is not flexible. His performance with Acheron, if you don't have his signature Lycon, which you said you're not including signature Lycons, he's trash with Acheron. He's trash with a lot of teams in terms of his value if you take away his signature Lycon that can't apply the debuff. So I think if he ain't being ran with follow-up attack compositions, bro's value is down the drain. Therefore, you make an argument that he goes down here, whereas Scooby-Doo, universal, doesn't need a signature light cone, can sustain a team and battery a team, and is even better than him on a number of teams.
Pause here real quick. All right, let's talk. All right, neutrally speaking, right, I do love this discussion with Gacha Smack. Gacha Smack is so nice. Gacha Smack is probably one of the only other content creators which has a very loud and opinionated content, because most honkaistarrail creators is mainly like guide making or story or cooming, right? Gacha Smack is one of those few that I do enjoy having like this kind of like discussion with him. So, you know, this is probably like I have no idea how many videos we've made with Gacha Smack at this point. I love to do so much, but let's cook a little bit. I agree. I feel that for tier 0, there should only be one. At any point of time, I feel like there should only be one tier 0, because otherwise, what's the point of tier 0? And in that regard, me personally, I feel that if we want to look at sustain, okay, we're just gonna talk about sustain, right? If we want to talk about sustain, I feel that Aventurine currently has the best of everything when it comes to sustain. Sustains very, very comfortably with not a lot of investment and still provides quite a decent chunk of damage. For Fusion, there may be flaws, because if you get hit with a big AoE, you might just die. Huo Huo, or in this case, Huan Huan. Yo, brought into the performance, but yeah, for bust. For Huo Huo, she is very good in utility. Energy regen, 40% attack. It is super, super good utility. But from a perspective of a sustain, I feel that she might not be as comfortable as compared to either Aventurine or Fusion. Like, if I was a player just starting out playing the game, between these three, I wouldn't pick Huo Huo, because sometimes it might not feel very comfortable, and that should be the point of a sustain. It is not to help you deal the most amount of damage, because let's be real, if you just want to deal the most amount of damage, let's just run sustain Ruan Mei, let's just run sustain Tingyun, let's run sustain Sparkle, and then we just kill the enemy before they can even kill us, and therefore we sustain our team, right? And with this regard, between Aventurine and Fusion, I have found scenarios where Aventurine slightly outperforms Fusion, and if there can only be one tier 0, I would put tier 0 for Aventurine. Gacha Smack seems to think that he is completely useless without signature Lycon, and I couldn't disagree more. With all due respect, right? Respectfully, I couldn't disagree more, because first of all, the ultimate marks the debuff. You can quite literally run in with Acheron, you can run in with follow-up team comp. The ultimate debuff just does increase crit damage for anybody that you're going to be running Aventurine with. Second of all, with Acheron, without signature Lycon, run Train of Universal Market, he is basically the better version of Gepard or your fire Trailblazer, right? Third of all, Blood is so skill point efficient. I've yet to find situations where I run out of shields unless I legit, like, I'm just getting like destroyed by the stage, then you probably have to use a skill. All things considered, I think Aventurine is a very, very, very flexible sustain that can pretty much be run with everyone, even without a signature Lycon.
Swan, she is fantastic. I think she's like right in the middle of these two. And that's my argument. Bump these two down and we got an agreement. Luocha, I told y'all once, I'll tell y'all again. That's my boy. He's a fantastic sustainer. People tried to sleep on him and play him just because some more sustains came out that performed better than him. That does not take away the fact that this man still is the most skill point positive sustain in the game, while also keeping your team alive, while being the most comfy auto play and being comfy manual play. He is a amazing sustainer that like just does their job. He doesn't need to be broken. He just does his job. So yeah, I think S tier is appropriate. I see they finally listened to me saying that Gallagher was actually incredibly valuable. I remember before, bro, they had Gallagher down here with Lynx. Like, bro, nah, ain't no way. There's some situations where his break and his damage is outperforming a Luocha on that team. So, you know, you can even debate, put him up here. But again, this is what the half tiers are for. In terms of universal flexibility and all that, oh yeah, he's not fucking with Luocha. He's not. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. So a Gallagher in certain niches better than Luocha, but universally, no. I agree with this.
Well, that's right. Wait, did they include Harmony Trailblazer? Oh wait, this tier list doesn't include Harmony Trailblazer yet. Am I blind? Where is she? Oh, she's in specialist. Oh, okay. She's in special. She's not in support. She's in specialist. Okay. I see. Wait, why is she not in support actually? Okay. Anyways, all things considered, previously I was already leaning towards placing Gallagher on the same tier as Luocha. But now with Harmony Trailblazer, Gallagher is our only other abundance that scales with break effect. In my opinion, this might age like wine, this might age like milk. I have no idea how it's gonna age, but in my opinion, Superbreak teams, they're gonna be really good. If not, they have already proven to be incredibly good. And when this team takes off, Luocha minimum needs to be in tier 1 because there's no other sustain that can dish out this amount of damage because he's the only one that scales with break effect. Maybe if you want comfort, maybe if you want like a little bit more utility like Huo Huo's energy, they can still stay up there, right, all the way up there. But with the release of Harmony Trailblazer, I genuinely think at this point Gallagher needs to go up in the same tier as Luocha.
So a Gallagher in certain niches better than Luocha, but universally, no. I agree with this. I see they moved Gepard up. Nice, because they had him like down here in the back with Amber. He is better now, and he is more reliable thanks to Acheron. And plus, I'll be honest, it's just if you build a good Gepard, his shield is fucking thick. It really is. Pause. Yep. Lynx, I think she need to be. Bailu and Lynx being up here, nah, man.
Bro, ain't no way, bro, hating on Bailu. That's crazy. Ain't no Bailu, guys. Yo, blessings of Pokke. Bro, Bailu is sustained. It's, oh my god, dude. There is no world where Bailu sustain is worse than Gepard, right? Like, at this day and age, cleanse is like, it's overrated. Like genuinely, just don't die, right? People are getting one shot left, right? I'm not sure if you guys have played the new Memory of Chaos 12. There's this Decepticate, there's this robot. She literally one shots your goons if you don't split the damage. I didn't even know it. So I got one shot. If I had a Bailu right there and then, that would have been a completely different story. So Lynx needs to go way the fuck down. Bailu and Gepard, they can stay in the same tier. So yeah.
Bro, they down here, bro. Look, they right here, dog. All right, this is fine. I think Natasha, nah, I don't think March is, nah, bro. Natasha should be in T5. March should stay right here. I ain't even gonna elaborate on that. All right, now let's get to this juicy part. This is actually a pretty interesting conversation.
Let's move on, guys.
I think Robin actually does have Ruan Mei's level of value. I think she actually has, oh man, like she's obviously best in slot for follow-up compositions, but Ruan Mei is just so fucking broken that she can still potentially be a side grade on some of those compositions. She really can, because not every follow-up comp is a Topaz Dr. Ratio. And like that weakness break efficiency, plus she doesn't have to rely on her ultimate as much as Robin does. There's some side grade scenarios, is all I'm going to say, when using Ruan Mei on follow-up comps, which is supposed to be Robin's domain. Ruan Mei is just universally broken. Whereas Robin, she's broken if you know how to play her right, because she's not easy to play right. She's really shining in the follow-up comps. She's a side grade in the dot comps. And then some turn manipulation characters like Sela, Shang, like I mentioned before, she's good too, but she's also a side grade in those scenarios. But what I'm trying to get at is, you have to like pick and choose where she's really gonna shine. There's no pick and choose with Ruan Mei. She's just banger. Period. No matter what happens, you can depend on Ruan Mei to get the job done on whatever team comp you're running. Sparkle, another very strong unit, but some teams Sparkle is just, and I came to realize Sparkle her buff don't even last when Jingli Yu does her skill and then immediately goes again inside of her enhanced spectral state. Robin's fucking bonus goes away during the transition. I mean, not Robin, I'm sorry, Sparkle. Y'all know how I be fucking them names, y'all know it. Sparkle's buff literally goes away when Jingli Yu skills and then enters her enhanced spectral state to go a second time. Her buff evaporates. That's trash, bro. But like, there's just certain teams where Sparkle's not needed. It's like the same concept. These two are very fucking strong when you put them on the right team, and then they're on teams where you don't need them. Like they're just Ruan Mei is not the case, and that's why I say that separates her from these two, and she should be up here, and they should be in half. That's literally what the half tier is for, to show that little bit of extra value. That's there with Ruan Mei right now. Unless Prydwen has some insider information and they know somebody else is coming that is actually going to deserve that spot and make all these three look like clowns. I mean, that would be crazy. What you hiding from me, bro? What you hiding from me over there, little pup? All right. Anyways.
Bro, this has to be a goddamn emote. If this is not an emote, I will be so disappointed. Yo, Gacha Smack, when you start streaming again on a more regular basis, bro, this has to be an emote. This is so fucking clean. This is so fucking clean. Yeah, Gacha Smack. Gacha Smack. Actually, Gacha Smack, alright? Me, personally, I actually have no idea what is Prydwen hiding, and I'm not concerned. So let's just take things as where it is. The big tree harmony. Actually, I do want to make I probably want to make a separate video about this in the future. Talking specifically between Robin, Ruan Mei, and Sparkle, the big tree harmony. But since, you know, Smack has already brought it up, I might as well just talk about it here, right? So I feel like Smack has been a Ruan Mei glazer for a very, very, very long time. And I can completely understand where it's coming from. Fundamentally, guys, Ruan Mei, out of these three, she's the easiest to use. You don't need to care about speed tuning. You don't need to care about whatever stuff you need to make for the rest of the team. Slot her in, you press ultimate, you deal more damage. It's as simple as that. Compared to Sparkle and Robin, both of these two limited harmony supports, you kind of have to speed tune. Because if you don't, you're just going to end up like wasting a lot of potential. If you are using Robin with, let's just say, for example, a follow-up team comp. If your follow-up team comp, they are not running above 135 speed, and your Robin is not getting her ultimate within the first wave, all of them are not going to act the 3 times on the very first wave, and it's going to drastically reduce the performance compared to a team that does act 3 times on the first wave. Gacha Smack brought up a very interesting point, which is Ruan Mei, you can use her with any team, and she gets the job done. I think that is probably Ruan Mei's best advantage, and I can agree with this. You can run her with follow-up. You can run her with DOT. You can run her with break. You have to run her with break. You can even run her with hyper carry, as we have seen from Scout. You can quite literally slot in Ruan Mei anywhere, and she's gonna make the team work. So by this definition alone, I agree that Ruan Mei is the more universal support. And between these 3 harmony supports, if you could only pick one, for a beginner, for a new player, for anyone that's starting out playing the game, Ruan Mei is going to be a pick between all these 3 units. Especially if we were to factor in Harmony MC. Because Harmony MC and Superbreak, this meta is not going to go away. And Ruan Mei is the only support that can make use of this Harmony Break, Superbreak meta. Right? She's the only one that can make use of this. Best part is, it is very easy to build. You don't have to care about your crit ratios. You only care about main stats, and whatever addition that comes afterwards, it makes it perform even better. But it's not a must. Very similar to DOT comps. Personally, I agree. Ruan Mei, universally speaking, Superbreak meta into consideration, probably can go up above Robin and Sparkle. That being said, when it comes to their niche, they each have their own niche that will perform better than the other. So for example, Ruan Mei is not going to be performing as well as Robin in follow-up team comp. Ruan Mei is also not going to perform as well as Sparkle in a hyper carry team comp. But Ruan Mei is going to be in her best in slot domain in a break damage team comp. For DOT, I think there has been discussions where like Robin could out damage Ruan Mei, but that being said, I think that's a whole other topic. At E0S0, I think Ruan Mei probably still outperforms a little bit more. But at E1 versus E1, we'll see how it goes. Because Robin's E1 is pretty cracked. Right? So anyways, DOT, I'm going to leave up to it. You can run Robin, you can run Mei, they both work. Because Robin, with the whole team-wide action very advanced, team-wide attack buff, additional damage, Kafka's follow-up instance, they all trigger as additional attacks, right? So they technically could work. Who is better? I don't really have a definitive answer. But I think my point is, each of these 3 harmony units, they all have a niche where they excel at. Better than the other 2. Which I think is the reason why Prydwen kind of make all these 3 limited harmonies in the same tier. So for example, if you're someone that don't care about general usage, you don't care about universal stuff, you only want to do one comp, and that is probably what you should be doing as a free-to-play, because you don't have the money, nor the time, nor the resources to invest in so many different comps in the first place. It's almost as if being universal is not something that is required for players. Because most free-to-plays, or at least free-to-play players accounts that are a good free-to-play player account, and I'm speaking from the experience of someone that has been account reviews for the past almost 1 year, good free-to-play accounts, they are not accounts that focus on 20 different team comps. They are accounts that focus on 2 and only 2 comps and make them to the best of their abilities. In this sense, universal application is not that important for someone that only wants to get the best bang of their buck.
Anyways, let's get back to it. Going down, this is the funniest shit I've ever seen. How long, YouTube? How long, chat? How long have I been telling them? I've been telling them for so long. Tingyun is better than Bronya, bro. And look what the cat done dragged in with this latest update. Boy, you love to see it. You love to see it. Hey, Sarah. Oh, I know you salty, Sarah. Sarah, salty than MrPokke. You're mod salty, brother. Oh, man.
Oh my god. What is this? Sarah's voice message? Let's see.
Gacha Smack is not familiar with my game. I would never be mad with the second best harmony unit being above Bronya. Tingyun is better or on par with Robin and Sparkle. You should have Tingyun as the dark horse harmony.
Yep, interesting. Alright, anyways, Gacha Smack, continue.
Man, I know she punching at the air with this one. Listen, man, I told y'all, the problem with Bronya is just she got outperformed in her role by Robin, Ruan Mei, and Sparkle. These three pretty much outperform her unanimously. She's just good on Jingliu and Blade comps.
Exactly.
That's pretty much it.
Exactly.
Any other comp, these three are just shitting on her. Like, and that's pretty much what happened. That's the reality of it. Whereas Tingyun, it's hard to power creep her energy recharge. Her frame zero ult going into a fight with dance. It's so fucking hard to power creep her. Not to mention, her synergy with Robin is nuts. Her synergy with Robin is fucking nuts. So yeah. Now, I'll be honest, this shit still pisses me off, but I finally agree with it. Oh, I'll be honest, you Silverwolf mains, y'all creeping up. Y'all creeping up on the cringe level, bro. Like, y'all really is. Silverwolf has absolutely been ass cheeks every time I've said she's been ass cheeks, but she's finally come back into the light. She has.
Yep. Absolutely.
The new enemy formats they have been dropping, the new dinosaur, aventurine. I mean, they've just been dropping a lot of new archetypes plus characters. Again, like Robin. Who else did they drop recently? Oh, of course, yeah, Acheron. I mean, they've just been dropping a couple of characters off the top of my head. I can't think of them that have been slowly but surely making Silverwolf come back to the original Silverwolf. They've also dropped some new sets as well that make her better. So, and then now they got Break Effect coming back in with the Harmony MC. We'll get to that in a bit, but her value definitely has now started to shine more than I've ever seen it in the past since original Silverwolf, right? Original Silverwolf for the first 2-3 months, broken. Then she fell off a cliff. Now, somehow she climbed up back on the mountain again. I actually think right now, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, I think she's right here, bro. Like she is. If you take in the current pre-existing meta and the units that are dropping out and the new archetypes that they're dropping, enemy archetypes, I think Silverwolf actually is T1 now. It's crazy, even at E0. Now at E1, this bitch is up here. Like she just spams her ult all day. But yeah, I can't believe that. That's the one thing I would say I actually kind of disagree with. I think she's up here now. Pela,
all right, before we continue, Bronya at this day and age, in my opinion, Smack's statement is correct, but there's this one important part that he didn't mention. He's correct in the sense where there are now supports doing her job, but even better, namely the Triple Harmony Limited. But there's one part that Smart didn't mention, which is it is also that MiHoYo is not releasing DPS units that can make use of Bronya's kit anymore, because unless you have an E6 Bronya, the bar of lasting only on that specific turn is really, really bad. For the past, I believe, 2 patches, every single DPS that we've gotten, with the exception of probably like Argenti, there's someone that wants multiple turns for the buffs. Hoyo has been shying away from the normal hypercarry supports, so Bronya's usage is getting lesser and lesser. And at the same time, they're introducing even better hypercarry supports than Bronya. Case in point, Sparkle. So with these two combined, you can see the disparity of Bronya's usage rate from now compared to all the way back in like God knows how long ago, right? So it is just a little bit of an unfortunate situation, and especially, you know, if this is gonna be an E0 Bronya, you're gonna face into skill point problems, which is completely solved with like your Sparkle, right? So there's also another point. Tingyun, I feel that Tingyun might start to fall off. The first instance of Tingyun falling off was with Acheron, because she completely doesn't use Tingyun's mechanics whatsoever. So that is the very, very clear sign of that Tingyun can fall off the moment they release a mechanic energy not being tied to traditional energy system. That's when Tingyun falls off. I would say that for now, still not too bad since it's only Acheron. She's still really, really good with almost everyone else except for like maybe Blade. But I wouldn't be surprised going forward, Tingyun starts to perform a little bit less. And I absolutely agree with Silverwolf's statement. In my opinion, Silverwolf has been popping off ever since they introduced the dinosaur mob, because you really, really needed to break the target. It is almost as if MiHoYo is telling you guys, hey, stop brute forcing content. Play the damn game and match the goddamn weakness. you plebs. So this is why Silverwolf is now starting to come up. And another reason that I don't think Smack has mentioned is also probably the main reason. Silverwolf is the only support right now that works perfectly with break teams besides Ruan Mei's break efficiency. Because defense shred and res shred and her own high toughness bar damage is going to be excellent for break DPS. Break DPS, they don't care about damage, they don't care about attack, they don't care about a crit, they only care about the debuffs, or in this case, your break effect. And once again, this always comes back to Super Break. And I don't know why, but it always ties back to Super Break. Super Break as a mechanic itself, I'm 99.999% confident it is gonna age like wine. It is gonna be a game-breaking mechanic that offers free-to-play players deal as much, if not even more damage than your traditional crit DPS, because this mechanic is just completely bonkers, right? So all ties back to Super Break. I think Silverwolf is definitely going to go up, as we could see more in the future. A potential point of Silverwolf not performing well has also been mentioned by Gacha Smack, which is basically her energy rotations. If you're someone that put Silverwolf recently, you don't have the event light cone, and you didn't have her E1, and you only cast her out like once every 4 turns, it is rough. It is rough out there. Silverwolf outing every 4 turns is very, very rough, right? So that is probably one of the more annoying situations that you could face as a Silverwolf main, right?
T1 now. It's crazy. Even at E0. Now, at E1, this bitch is up here. Like, she just spams her ult all day. But yeah.
You can't even spam Silverwolf's skill, because what if you encounter... Okay, for example, right? I'm not sure if you guys watch my stream. I played Harmony MC, Ruan Mei, Silverwolf, and I think one more unit. It was a 50-50 between Ice and Imaginary. And oh my god, the amount of time I missed Imaginary for my Harmony MC was ridiculous. So you can't even skill with Silver multiple times, because every single time you skill, you might lose another 50-50 and fucking implant the wrong element. It doesn't even work that way. So yeah. She has to be skill basic. Unless you can 100% implant the right winners, then that's going to be that.
Believe that. That's the one thing I would say I actually kind of disagree with. I think she's up here now. Pela, I think she's still T1.5. Yeah, they're forever sleeping on Pela. Like, Pela is not no damn A tier unit. She's an S tier unit. I can't tell you how many times she's not only flexible, she's easy to build. You can put her on quite literally any fucking team in the game and she pops off. So I will always strong disagree with that. I still disagree with Asta being in the B tier. She's A tier in my personal opinion. She's not as flexible as Pela or any of these other units, but in the A tier, in her specific niche of speed tuning, fantastic unit. Hanya's an interesting one. Hanya's one of those, it's the same thing with Robin. If you know how to play a Hanya correctly, I think she's an A tier unit. If you don't know what you're doing though, then B tiers, it's like a skill issue type of thing with Hanya from where I stand. I'm starting to see more of her performance shine. And yeah, I think she doesn't deserve to be in the B tier. Yukong, the same problem. Skill issue. And because most people don't know what the fuck they're doing with them, they don't know how to time them, they put them down there. I think these two, man, that's tough. I think these 3 can all go in the A tier, and then Pela should go up here, and then Silverwolf should go up here. Yeah. Now that defeats the purpose of a tier list. If everybody is gonna be tier 2 and nobody is tier 3, then why the hell do we have tier 3? I don't agree. I think this place is really not that bad. Hanya feels basically like the poor man version of Sparkle. I feel like the only team that you would like want her over anyone else is if you're playing Dale and not Sparkle. Every other team, you can always just pull off running a Pela or a Tingyun and just call your day. Yukong, same situation. The only useful unit I guess she works with really well is kind of like Dale. Oh, she works pretty well with Clara as well. Maybe I'll bump up Yukong to like the same tier as all 3 of them, because all 3 of them are honestly very, very niche. So yeah, Asta might actually go up because once again, Super Break. Oh my god, I sound like a fucking Super Break dick sucker, but I swear, Super Break, right? This is like Bitcoin where it's in like $1. This is Bitcoin at $1. You can invest in Bitcoin, Super Break coin, the super coin, the break coin right now today by investing your tracers and all the kind of stuff. Save your stamina potions for in case future we get better breaks in the future, and you can once again be a Super Break millionaire. Insane, chat, insane. Pretty based. Now, this shit is funny. How many times did I tell you? Remember? And no, you motherfuckers was disagreeing with me. You thought I forgot? Oh, I ain't forget. Remember when y'all disagreeing with me? I said that she need to be in the same tier as Kafka, because Kafka can't be in S+ tier without Black Swan. And what was y'all's goofy ass argument? Well, when a new Dot character comes out, would you rather have Kafka or Black Swan? If I'm being completely honest with you, let's change the argument here. Take away Dot, and what is Kafka? Fucking useless. Take away Dot, and what is Black Swan? Best in slot on Acheron's composition, best in slot on Dr. Ratio compositions, can be used on other compositions as well as a solid fucking support slash damage dealer. Then she put back in Dot. She's literally bringing Dot into meta because these two work in tandem to make Dot comps meta again.
Wait, Black Swan is best in slot for Acheron ratio? I never knew that. Oh, Gacha Smack, did EO tell you this shit? A fucking duo DPS shit again? I'm just kidding, guys.
Dot's great again. Merc. So with that being said, there's no way on God's green earth she shouldn't be an S+ tier. I'm glad Prydwen came to their senses and agreed with the boy on that one. All right, so it's unfortunate. My ass been so busy. I haven't done story, so I can't even comment on the Harmony MC. I will let y'all do this. What I will say is the amount of thumbnails that I've been seeing gassing this character to the fucking moon. By the way, I agree.
He is literally Dogecoin at 5 cents. At 0.0005. Like, oh my god.
I agree only because I've only seen the comprehensive details of Harmony MC's kit, and even when I saw it, I was like, holy fuck, that sounds insane. You know what I mean? So I actually agree with you guys on them being strong. That said, I don't know why they're in S tier. I feel like they should be in T0.5, right?
Yep.
Then again, this is ignorance. I have not even played the character because I haven't progressed through the story. By the way, check out twitch.tv/Gacha Smack, or don't. You can watch me on YouTube. I now stream on both platforms simultaneously.
Yippee!
Whichever one is to your preference. Be sure to follow or subscribe on either one if you want to watch the story, because I'm gonna be playing story after I upload this video, and then we're gonna be banging that shit out before Wuthering Waves comes out, because once that shit comes out, I'm gonna be balls to walls on that. Anyways,
everyone, the mom is gonna be balls to the walls on Wuthering Waves.
I think I'll let y'all comment on this. I don't know. I feel like based off of what everybody's been saying, the Harmony MC should be up here. Which, if that's the case, that's fucking crazy. That's insane. Free to play. It don't get no more free to play than that. If that is the case, they really did go Dendro MC on this one. Topaz, I'll be honest, man. I don't think there's another character in the game in terms of like dealing damage that has aged more like wine than Topaz. This bitch just keeps getting better, and she keeps like becoming prevalent in her archetype. I think it's impossible to power creep Topaz. I've said this before. I hate her animations. I will always shit on them. But her actual kit concept is fucking banger. And that 50% multiplicative follow-up attack damage bonus, her ability to be skill point positive if you need her to be, her signature light cone at E1, I know they don't take that into account, but that shit is insane. And like the new single target mode that's coming out, her and Ratio are gonna be insane on that. Like, she is just aging wonderfully. I think she actually, this is a hot take, I think she belongs up here, man. I'm serious. Even with Robin coming out, she buffed Topaz. Robin literally buffed Topaz.
Everyone's still 0.5.
I don't think she's S tier. I think this girl, in terms of specialists and how y'all define specialists, there is no shot she shouldn't be T0.5. I don't think any of them deserve to be on Acheron's level, but I do think S+ tier is where this girl belongs. Now, speaking of this, yeah, nobody has came out yet in the specialist tier that deserves to be up here next to our boo-boo Acheron. Down here.
Yeah, before we go down here, talk about this a little bit. Half-car without Black Swan, let's just be real. If you were to use like a sample, you were to use like a Queen Iphone, damage is very, very bad. Black Swan's Arcana stacks with Kafka's trigger is the majority of the reason why between a Kafka and a Black Swan comp, the damage dealer is not Kafka. Let's just get it out of the way. The damage dealer is going to be Black Swan. Black Swan is the reason why Kafka's damage is so high, or rather the reason why DOT damage is so high. Another reason, Ruan Mei, or in this case, Robin, either Ruan Mei or Robin, it scales both of them at the same time. Black Swan without Kafka also has her own weakness, which is how the hell are you gonna trigger those Arcana stacks? Because Black Swan is not somebody that can stack on Arcana very quickly on herself. They are both in a situation where you get the best of both worlds when you get both of them, and their performance will fall off without them. That being said, if we were to talk about DOT and DOT alone in the future, would I rather pair a new DOT with Kafka, or would I rather pair a new DOT with Black Swan? Me personally, I'll probably pair with Kafka, assuming that the new DOT is gonna have similar mechanics to Black Swan. Unless the new DOT can also trigger DOT, then that's a completely different story. But I'm talking about like if in the future we have like a fire DOT or like a physical bleed DOT, which has very similar mechanics to Black Swan, which is they can apply a lot of stacks only with Kafka. They deal a lot of damage, but only because we have the Kafka triggering those DOTs, and if not, it's gonna fall off. Then in this kind of like DOT archetypes, I will still run Kafka over Black Swan. That being said, we could just run all three together, right? We could just run Black Swan, Kafka, and the new DOT all together. Because if you guys didn't know, Black Swan's Epiphany, it also, all the Arcana stacks, it triggers whenever we have any sort of DOT. Last slot, we either run a Ruan Mei or Robin, or if we really need a system control in. At this point, we're going to super like theory crafting territory. As of this point, DOT is only such a prevalent team comp because of all three, Kafka, Black Swan, and Ruan Mei / Robin. Without any of these three units, it's gonna fall off. Harmony MC, genuinely chat. Harmony MC, the moment Boot Hill comes out, if Harmony MC is not tier 0.5 or even tier 0, I'll lose my fucking shit, right? Actually, you know what? Let's just keep it. Because Ruan Mei is still tier 0.5 here. But anyways, the moment Boot Hill comes out, or the moment when Future Break DPS comes out and Harmony MC is not up there, that's gonna be up there. That's gonna be very, very upsetting. Even as of this current stage, Harmony MC is really dealing ridiculous damage. And the best part is, out of all these units here, she is the cheapest to race. In terms of relics, in terms of tracers, in terms of levels, in terms of everything, she is literally free E5. In the future, we're gonna get an E6. By that definition, a player such as myself will just look at a tier list and want to see who should I race. This unit being so good at like literally free, I would want to place them higher. Topaz, chat, I'm gonna be real. Topaz, the only reason why she is, really, really good is not really tied to Topaz, but because of kind of the same reason why she is like follow-up comms, they're so good, is because they all work together hand in hand. Like how Black Swan and Kawa, they work together hand in hand. But the problem with Topaz is that without Topaz, you could still run Ratio. And Ratio will still perform exceedingly well if you run him with like Tingyun and Pela. Aventurine still works as a beautiful sustain for pretty much every single team comp. So Topaz herself, although she works very, very well, it's very, very fluid, it's a very, very fluid comp, especially with Robin, it is not as much of a necessity as compared to Black Swan and Kafka. Specifically on Topaz usage, specifically at E0, S0 as well. Because E1 Topaz is where she comes really, really good because it's an additional debuff of Ratio, right? So I can completely understand why Topaz is not at the same tier as our DOT units.
In the specialist tier, that deserves to be up here next to our boo-boo Acheron. Down here, yeah, that's fair. Completely fair. A tier units. I love Shuyi at E6. She is so solid at E6, but she's not S. She's really more.
This is probably my 5th comment. Xueyi needs to go up because of Superbreak, chat, Superbreak, get your Superbreak here, fresh off the press, Superbreak here, Superbreak there, anybody needs Superbreak for you, sir, yep, there's a Superbreak right there, there's a Superbreak right there, and there it is, right? So, Xueyi, she has popped off very, very hard with Superbreak, right? Bomber of the tier 1.5, and we just call it a day, right?
More so of A. Fuck y'all. All right, that's all I'm gonna say about that. I don't care if it's true. Man, fuck y'all for disrespecting my boy Welt, bro. All right, Susang, she should be buffed. No, fuck no. I'm gonna do a Susang showcase to show you fuckers, bro. Like Robin, this is the whole point. This is what we take into consideration. Team compositions. Robin's release absolutely should bump her up to A tier.
Wait, why?
We will prove this. All right, we will prove this. She should be in A tier thanks to fucking Robin. All right, that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Okay, we'll watch.
Fair. That's fine. Even though I think Acheron should have bumped him up to B.
Let's get a real Zero Cycle this time, guys. Editor crop the out.
Tier. That's fair. Okay. Finally, DPS tier list. 100% agree. 100% agree. This shit is crazy. Yeah. I ain't gonna cap. This is wild. How? Nah, bro. All right, dog. I'm gonna have where y'all live at in Prydwen, bro. I'm gonna have to get a ticket. We're gonna have to put Singapore on the back burner, and I'm gonna have to make a trip out there, bro. Ain't no way y'all put Blade in T2, but you got Seal of Fathead ass in T1 with these 3. How, bro? Y'all be sleeping on Blade. Clara? You gonna put Clara in front of Blade? No, bro. Oh, I'm triggered. Doctor Ratio is one strong motherfucker. I will say that. Yeah, I'll be honest. Like Doctor Ratio's strength, even though he's single target, his ability to just obliterate a enemy and then proceed to obliterate the one next to him too, is crazy. That said, you said you're taking into account that they don't have their signature light cones.
Works perfectly with Cruising and Stellar Sea. Daughter, Ratio, and Scylla, they are 2 of the few units in this game, rather DPS units in the game, that don't fall off a cliff without their signature light cone.
And if they don't have the signature light cones, there's no way you're putting Dr. Ratio in front of these characters. I'm sorry. It's just that's just me being fair. That's literally my favorite character in the game, apart from Blade. These 2 are my favorite characters in the game. I fucking love Ratio. He doesn't have a signature light cone? Nah, brother, I'm sorry. He down here. Come on now with the cap. Yeah, that more or less. Nah, this...
Yeah, okay, I'll also say this. Blade without his signature icon is like, I will dispatch of you in 20 seconds.
Yo, RJT Main's about to be in shambles over the... Nah, brother, you put him in the B? You put Argenti in the B. Listen, bro, I don't own Argenti, so I can't even defend him as much as I would want to. I guess I need to pick him up to see. There's no way you put brother in the B tier, bro. I mean, then again, they did change it. Listen, okay, I gotta remind myself, Apex meta, they're calling this niche. This is copium, all right, guys? This is the B tier, 100%. Also, this little motherfucker here pops off. I think he low-key actually is an A tier. I think he is an A tier for real. Servo, fine, I agree. Yeah, everybody else, I think I agree with, you still sleeping on her. I still don't see, because she's a follow-up attack unit who can apply some, yeah, I don't know. There's no way you put Himiko down here and fucking, like, nah, bro. I'm sorry, but I think these two can actually perform on an A tier level. I just don't see how the fuck they're calculating this.
You know how Himiko is gonna pop off? Superbreak, get your Superbreak right here with Himiko. Superbreak Himiko, we can break everyone in the mumps. Superbreak here, Superbreak, breaking everybody and Superbreaking Himiko all over the place. Superbreak Himiko, Superbreak her, just Superbreak everyone in the mumps. Superbreak.
Yeah, that shit is crazy, bro. So they didn't change nothing there. All right, we're gonna go over pure fiction briefly. This is pretty much all my thoughts here.
Okay, chat, genuinely, I don't give a damn about pure fiction, so I'm just gonna wrap it up here. Our Genti, I feel that he should be at around where Blade is. Our Genti has been performing pretty good. Tingyun is always gonna be there for him. Huan Huan is always gonna be there for him. If you don't have Huan Huan Womp. His damage is really not in like a same tier as Misha kind of category. That being said, I've never played Misha in my entire life, so I'll be looking forward to that. Tingyun, I'm actually gonna say it right here, right now, chat. With the release of Superbreak right here, Tingyuan's a Lion Lord with 20 billion toughness bar damage has performed exceedingly well with the introduction of Harmony MC. I do firmly believe that Tingyuan has a very, very good spot right here, featuring HMC, Ruan Mei, Tingyun. Last slot, you could run a Tingyun, you could run a sustain, doesn't really matter, but Superbreak Tingyun, Superbreak. I think that is pretty much it. I am looking forward to see this Himiko going up because she also works pretty well with Superbreak. And the rest of it is just kind of rest of it, right? So, with that, we've come to the end of today's content. If you guys have any further discussions, drop them down in the comments below or join the Discord, discord.gg4. Just Pokke is a very active community on Honkai on a daily basis. Want to check out my stream, that's twitch.tv for MrPokke is YouTube conference Muki. I'll be streaming every single day. Days 12 of my Sabaton. Looking forward to getting this video out and I'll see all of the comments that you guys have, right? So yeah, all the best for Robin pools. Join the Superbreak coin. Buy the Superbreak. Invest in Superbreak right now, right here. Stop wasting time. This is when Bitcoin is $1 and it's still $1 before it takes off to the moon, right? So Superbreak, right? Yeah, that's all I have today. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.